I remember the day of growing up being a fan of Star Wars. You know, just it's like someone being a Trekkie. And 1977 till now. That's 46 years. It was a story that we all, you know, just enjoyed watching. Even if you watch it over and over again in the theaters, on VHS or DVD. Some collected DVD figures, some just rather watch the movies. I remember these are the figures that I started to collect later on. I remember watching the show Clone Wars because it's kind of a hobby, you know, because this isn't the Mandalorian that we've seen in Episode 5. But seeing Boba Fett in Episode 5 really blew our minds. Because there was something about Boba Fett that really got us hooked as a fan of the character. Some of us became fans of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo, Luke, and Leia, all that stuff like that. You know, some of us became fascinated by the droids, you know, of the technology of the droids and shit like that. But as a kid growing up, I remember collecting. I got in my room a big old box of the Episode 4 through 6 characters. What's there? And I remember my cousin Elvis, and he collected. He had all the figures. He had the figures. He had the X-wings, the TIE fighters. He had the snow speeder. He had all the accessories and everything else. And I was like, dude, man, I was hooked as just wanted to play, you know, just because when you're a kid and you see a TIE fighter or X-wing or the Millennium Falcon, you know, I remember way over a decade ago, on December, I think what year I got I actually went and got the Millennium Falcon. Now the one I got is bigger than the one my cousin Elvis had. And I was like, this is bigger than the one my cousin Elvis had. Like, this is huge, you know. Fucking freaking huge, man, you know. And it came with Chewie in hand, and I paid like $130 for it. $130 for it. Oh, like, dude, you know. But it was in this big box, big ass box, and you could take parts of the ship off, and you can see the section where you could, like, where Luke laid in Episode 5 at the end, where he lost his hand, you know, like, what the hell, you know. And it was like pretty cool. And but over time, after Episode 6, when it completely ended, like, they started to do the EU, the expanded universe, where the story wasn't finished after Episode 6. And we all thought Battle Endor ended it all. Like, dude, no. after Vader died, after the Emperor died, and all that shit, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, but that was years later. So in the 90s, you see the EU figures like Han, Leia, Chewie, all those guys, you know. I got Chewbacca as a bounty hunter. Spiked hair, eye patch, Vibro X, the whole thing. Badass look, by the way. I think that's the look that Chewie should have had from 7 and on, you know. But, so, he had the video games, he had the comics, the whole shebang, you know. But, after 1999 was the start of the prequels. Episode 1, you know, 2 was, episode 2, 3 was, then 2005 was episode 3. It was like the complete, you know. They tied into the first 3, you know, 4, 5, and 6. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go back and collect again. You know, I got the episode 1 of Obi-Wan, Maul, and Qui-Gon Jinn. Never got the episode 2 and 3 figure. Well, I got some episode 3 figures, but still in the package. Never opened them at all. But what really furthered my collection was 2007, because right after 2003's Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic, I got Darth Revan, Darth Malak, which was like 4,000 years before A New Hope, and before the rise of the Empire, rise of Darth Vader and Emperor and all other shit like that. I got Darth Vader. No. Sorry about that. Got Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Darth Bane, which was like 1,000 years before the New Hope. Darth Nihilus, which was also 4,000 years before A New Hope. These were 3 figures that were Sith Lords before the movies kind of thing, you know. Start getting into the whole Star Wars gaming, you know, the Jedi Knight series, the whole KOTOR stuff and stuff like that. So, and my collection erupted like a volcano. I got all new figures, all the stuff like that, you know, but never really collected any shit because I got the biggest million fucking I ever got. Like, holy crap, you know. And I started to collect from the Clone Wars series, the new one. The clones, the separatist figures like that, you know. Got all the Jedi Council members and shit like that. So I'm thinking like, holy crap, what the freak, what am I doing here? Like, dude. And I'm collecting bounty hunters. I'm collecting, you know, all this figures. And the one thing that I did get that would probably shock my cousin Elvis is that I got the figures from episode 4 where they're all in the Death Star. They're all in this council room where you had Grand Moff Tarkin, Yularen, and all those other guys, you know. And you see where Vader's doing this shit, you know, doing this, first hooking one of the guys, you know. Got that whole entire thing, every figure that was in that scene. I'm thinking like, okay, I know my cousin Elvis and I saw that as kids. We seen that footage. Okay, everybody's all around this giant round table, and Vader comes in. And he's just, you know, and one of them talking about the Death Star being this ultimate power of the universe and shit. And Vader goes nuts. but it's more like a silent version of going nuts. He gets insulted about how this old sorceress ways, Lord Vader. And Vader goes up, does this. All I have to do is just do this. Chokes the guy. And, dude. Oh, man. So, from 07 till now, I've collected at least over, in my head, 2,000. No, not even close. Not even close. I'm thinking I collect over, I would say, not even 2,000. Because if I had 2,000, I'm like, dude, my room would be full. But I minimize by counting. I'm like, dude, I got at least 500 of these little bastards, little figures, I'm like, remembering as a kid, I'm collecting, these figures as a kid. My mom would go to Jimco, which is no longer in business. They were shut out, Long's Drugs here in Fresno, which is no longer in business. They've been bought out by Save Mart here years ago. And my mom would go and she'll shop with my grandmother time and get figures for me and shit like that. I'm looking at like, holy crap, what's this shit, And I put them in these little box carriers and shit like that, And I remember getting the Chewbacca bandolier, where I could put my figures my figures in them. So, but here I am. I'm collecting, still, and I get figures that I couldn't get in stores like Walmart or Target because, like, dude, you could go online. So after the Clone Wars went off the air, started to collect more clones. This is the Umbaran Covert Agent ARC Trooper, and this is the Lament Seeker ARC Trooper from the game Battlefront 2. I'm like, see, I'm collecting them and shit like that, but. And I got Darth Maul's guys, the horn on his helmet. This is the Mandalorian with a lightsaber that you know what? I'll just give him one. And this is the Death Watch. Death Watch flying guy here. This is but you're thinking like, dude, you're 47 years old, why are you collecting? It's a good question. You got people my age who are Star Wars fans, they collect and shit like that, they just love to collect because either you put them on your shelf just to look at, whatever it is, and being a kid at heart, I'm not a Trekkie. I don't do the Trek shit, the whole being a Trekkie, I am always a Star Wars fan at heart, always have been. And I get asked one time, what character can you relate to? What character? And it took me years to come up with an answer, and that is Han Solo. Han Solo, because here he's was a smuggler, and he had his Wookiee pal with him doing job and shit, and he meets Princess Leia. It's like, wow, like he's met the babe of the galaxy, like and it's like he asked Luke, "What do you think? A guy like me, a princess like her?" And Luke says, "No." Then kind of like looked away. But if you remember, in episode 5, they fall in love. Like she got a little upset that he's leaving Hoth because like she's like a teenager, a young lady with a crush on a rugged guy whose life is completely opposite of what's going on at the time in the film, you know. And so it's more like, okay. Then you have the expanded universe, which is a timeline, you know, timeline. And I would go to Wikipedia.com, get all the scoop, all the wiki information on the characters and shit like that, you know, the planets, the ships, and everything else. And it's a timeline. It's a timeline for Star Wars, you know, and now it's called Legends. Like, because Disney completely destroyed EU and it pissed everybody off. Me too. So here I'm a fan of Star Wars games, books, and movies, shit like that. Even characters, you know. And everything is non-canon now. But Disney's canon, Star Wars canon, kind of sucks a little bit, but you know, everything is canon from 4, 5, and 6 on. But they're trying to say, but where 1, 2, and 3 is not canon. Why? 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all canon. But Disney's like, no, we're going to make 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9 canon. 1, 2, and 3 non-canon. Why? Episode 1, 2, and 3 is canon. Yeah. But Disney's full of knuckle stuffers and shit. So, as a fan, as a kid at heart in my age, you know, I'm like, you know, I got a son that's 24 years old. He started to collect, but he chose, I'm kind of, I live with my dad here, so that's what I did, you know. So, my son is more into, like, at the time, Pokemon. So it's still the Pokemon at his age of 24, you know. Nothing wrong being a Pokemon fan at that age, you know. You play the game on your phone, you know, all this stuff like that, you know. In some senses. Some will get criticized, some will not give a rat's ass, you know. Hey, I'm collecting because I'm a fan of the franchise. I've seen the movies, I've read the books, I've played the video games, I played the PC games, all that stuff like that, you know, still a fan at heart, you know. Still a kid at heart, you know. So, in that moment, when you, throughout the year, you start seeing these new stuff coming out, and you see all this new stuff, new characters, new stuff, new plans, you know, like that, you know. Star Wars Galaxy was a pretty good game for your PC, you know. You had 8 to 12, was it 8 to 12 classes from Trooper, Jedi, Spy, you name it, the whole shebang, you know. And Star Wars: The Old Republic came out in 2012. Instead of the 12 classes, down to 8. Sith, Jedi, Bounty Hunter, Trooper, Agent, Smuggler. That's it. But the time is like, this time. What? Right here. And I'm still a kid at heart. And nothing is absolutely wrong. Nothing's wrong with being a kid at heart. Liking a franchise, like someone being a Trekkie, someone like Star Trek, And a buddy of mine in Tennessee, he has a collection of Star Trek DVDs. Picard came out, which is another good program. I think it's a good one. But I'm a Star Wars guy. All right, guys, this is good old Grimlock X, the Wolf God. Just want to say, if you guys are new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. All right. Peace out. Godspeed.